Hey everyone, it's Alex and welcome to this Marvel Snap video. We're going to be talking about the latest Season Pass card to enter the world of Marvel Snap, and that's Viv Vision. Tomorrow's video is going to be about Omega Sentinel. We had extensive testing of both cards, good first impressions on both. Omega Sentinel is going to be tomorrow. Today we're talking about Viv Vision, and I got to tell you, man, like Viv Vision really impressed me. This is a relatively strong card. I think it's going to be not necessarily an archetype definer, but it is going to be a card that's going to be seeing play in these buff decks. That much is certain. As a 3-2, it needs a little bit of support from a power perspective. It's not going to win locations on its own. If it was like a 3-4 or 3-5, like this card would be absolutely insanely broken. But at 3-2, you have to actually set it up. And there's been a couple different approaches to doing that, and we'll talk about that in the deck building. Now, with that being said, I came away impressed. The amount of power being outputted from some of these carry cards that I'll discuss was immense. Like, the power was absolutely insane. Viv Vision's movement, though, it didn't quite help me like I might have thought it would. Like in situations where we had lost a Viv Vision location, like I was hoping, for instance, it would move into like Altar of Death or move into Sanctorum, and it often it just didn't move there. I kind of felt like I got scammed a little bit. But overall, it was oftentimes where someone would compete into a location, Viv Vision would move, and then all of a sudden you're able to compete elsewhere. It was pretty cool from that perspective. It kind of kept the game flowing in an interesting way, and your opponent had a hard time reading and reacting to what Viv Vision was doing because they couldn't control where it was going for the most part, right? Now, you are seeing an increase of Scream because people are testing Viv Vision, and if you want to rank up easy, Scream's going to allow you to do that because it absolutely destroys Viv Vision if it moves, or if you force things to move, then your Scream's just going to absolutely feast. So if you want to rank up very quickly, you can use Feast. My first impressions, though, on Viv Vision are positive. It's likely that you're going to see this being a mainstay in several archetypes, mainly the buff style archetype, and even in some of the Wiccan ones, where you're going to be playing Quicksilver Domino and then being able to use Viv Vision on 3 into a Wiccan on 4, which essentially allows you to generate a lot of energy, power, and buffs at the same time. So, is this card good? It certainly seems that way. Of course, it's only day one, but this definitely came away impressive. I think that the deck crafting is going to find a way to min-max its ability, and once those decks start to come to light, it wouldn't surprise me if Viv Vision is a meta staple. Okay, so let's talk about some of the decks featuring Viv Vision, and this was Viviccan Surfer, and this is exactly what I talked about on the Snapchat with Coccia, and essentially my idea was, if you're going to be playing Viv, you're going to want to solve the problem that Surfer has, where you're often throwing initiative on turns 1 and 2. Surfer's not generally a deck that wants to play into initiative, and so how do you gain that? Well, having Quicksilver and the now newly 2-4 Domino as turns 1 and 2, what you can do is you can focus all of your remaining cards on synergistic cards with Viv Vision, and of course your 3-drops. What we have here is an opportunity to play Wiccan. Now, when I was thinking about the way this deck was playing, I was like, you know what? You have Quicksilver, Domino, and then you almost always have a 3-drop in your hand. So you're almost always getting that Wiccan effect if you draw into Wiccan. Now, of course, with Quicksilver Domino, your ability to draw into Wiccan by turn 4 is reduced because those occupy 2 draws from your deck. However, if you draw Wiccan, I came to quickly realize that means that on turn 6, you have 8 energy. That allows you to play both a 5-drop and something like a Silver Surfer or a Brood that's been juiced up or whatever. So I came to think, you know what? I think this deck would be interesting if it had a 5-drop worth experimenting with. I started with Gamora because I wanted something that was relatively inexpensive and something that everyone had that can play, and it was kind of cool. On later turns, you can better predict where opponents are likely to play, but then ultimately I ended up with Esme, Cuckoo, and Iron Man. The reason for this is because Esme is pretty cool at pulling things from the deck, and pretty much everything it pulls is good. Like if it pulls a Brood, Broods are automatically buffed to a 4. If it pulls Viv, then Viv's up to a 4. Sebastian Shaw doesn't really get impacted, but you know what I mean, right? Even Captain Carter likes to get hit by Esme. It's a little slower, it's not great, but obviously if you hit the Iron Man, that's also fantastic as well. The key thing about Iron Man is that it was often, first of all, playing well with Captain Carter, but it was often getting hit by Viv Vision. It can get hit by Gwenpool. It can get hit by Galacta. It has so many ways to get buffed, and on the last turn of the game, your opponent's not thinking, oh, they're going to play Iron Man and Surfer, right? And so you're able to almost guarantee a victory with the Iron Man location, especially if it's getting a couple buffs, and then your Surfer is going to proc the other stuff that you had going, right? So there are a couple different variations of this particular deck in the gameplay highlights, but ultimately, like, I came away impressed with Viviccan Surfer. Is it going to be the top performing shell? It's hard to say, but if you want to start, this is a pretty cool place to start. And then we have Viv Surfer 2, and this is one that we've been kind of playing with. My original version had Nebula in it instead of Hydration Bobbert, and the idea was, okay, if you have Nebula out, Nebula's going to be attracting play, and then Viv Vision's going to go out, and your opponent's going to be stuck between, do I attack the Nebula location or do I attack the Viv Vision location? In actuality, I find the deck was probably better with Nebula removed and Hydro Bob in. That's not to say Nebula wasn't good. Nebula was fantastic. Like, I was getting Nebula to phenomenal numbers. Like, it was really a well-designed, well-played card, except that on later turns, Nebula felt like a dead draw where Hydration Bobbert, if it's hit by Surge or if it goes behind a Captain Carter, seems like it does a lot more, and it's still good at taking that initiative and hoping Viv Vision can play behind it. So it still does that effectively. Human Torch for Fantastic Four First Steps was great here. Smash Shaw was great here. Obviously, Captain Carter was great here. All these cards want to get buffed, right? If anything, Mr. Fantastic felt like he possibly could have gotten cut from this deck. I do like the Chavez here, especially with that +3. I think Chavez is very good, and it's notable that I think that Chavez was probably buffed with Viv Vision in mind. So this deck performed particularly well as well. This last deck here, I think, underperformed. I'll just show you to see what we were kind of experimenting with. This was like your classic buff style deck that we've been seeing here and there. Things like Chavez, Surge, Viv Vision, and the Mr. Fantastic alongside Gwenpool and Galacta. Fastos, of course, in order to kind of generate power using Mr. Sinister, Brood, and the like. I don't think this deck was particularly performative compared to the other ones. I thought I'd just show it to you in case you wanted to see it. My favorite one was definitely probably Viviccan Surfer, this particular variation. And if you want to change it, like, you can cut Esme and Iron Man and put something else in, right? It's up to you, right? You don't even, like, you could honestly put Gamora and Human Torch there. Like, that's totally fine. But I did enjoy this deck a lot, and the other one performed well too. So let's talk about my final thoughts on Viv Vision. Should you spend your hard-earned money on Viv Vision? Well, first of all, as I always say with Marvel Snap, if you're going to spend any money in the game, the Season Pass generally gives you the best value. Now, I know they're releasing a ton of cards and that the Season Pass still does not guarantee or even come close to guaranteeing that you'll remain collection complete or even approach collection complete. I think that Viv Vision represents, especially for the $10 American, a pretty good investment if you're a consistent Marvel Snap player. She is a good card, there's no question about it. She's going into an emerging archetype, which is this buff-based archetype, which tends to be performing particularly well. It's early in deck design, and already, even with my decks, which are, let's be honest, not going to be necessarily optimal. Like, there's always, time always heals all decks, right? And my decks performed well, I climbed well, and it was great, but still, we're going to be able to min-max. I might be a couple cards off of an Optimum Shell, and I think Viv Vision has the potential to be an excellent card in the meta. So, is it for you? That's up for you to decide. The challenge we have here is that 6,000 tokens, or a Series 5 card, is so immensely expensive. For the cost of a Season Pass, I think you're getting a good card, and as well as you're getting variants and stuff like that, and of course the resources that comes alongside the Season Pass. So I would lean towards a yes. If you're going to spend the $10, I think Viv Vision is absolutely worth it, okay? Anyways, if you want to see some gameplay highlights, we've got those. And a reminder that we have the Omega Sentinel video tomorrow, so if you're not subscribed already, subscribe so you can catch that as well. If you haven't hit like already, consider doing that too. It helps tremendously with the YouTube algorithm, and I would sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoy these gameplay highlights. All right, here we go. Nebula. Now, here's my Grandmaster plan. You play Nebula, and they're like, hey, we got to play into that Nebula location, and then they're looking at Viv Vision. They're like, I can't play at Nebula and Viv Vision at the same time. What do I do, gamer? What do I do? You just can't let Viv Vision pop off. Can't let Nebula pop off. Surge Nebula turn 1, 2 into Viv Vision turn 3 is pretty solid. I got to tell you. My kids are losing their minds upstairs. I actually almost choked. I saw Awesome Andy and literally almost choked. Hold on, this gamer's cooking. This gamer is absolutely cooking right now. And we get Tarnax in the other location. Absolute awful cringe. Werewolf by Night gameplay. Okay, at least they're trying to do something interesting here. They are certainly cooking. They're certainly cooking. We'll throw down Gwenpool here. Gwenpool into Tarnax is pretty good, though. I gotta tell you, Gwenpool Tarnax is pretty good. It's one of the few, but we're gonna give up Viv Vision. But does she move to Tarnax for the W? I'm gonna do this. We're gonna think ahead of the game here. Viv Vision's gonna take an L. It's okay. It's what we expect. She moves here. Wait, what? They're blowing up Avengers compound? Into skill obsidian. Yes. Look at that. Look at this gameplay, guys. You guys thought you were cooking. Meanwhile, your boy's cooking. We'll ship the snap. Let him crap his pants a little bit as we get ready to clap some cheeks. That is 10 power skill obsidian. Do they go after Tarnax? And this is where the nebula starts to look good, right? It's White Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That's crazy. Oh my god! They've done it! The madman, he's done it! Okay, end of turn. He's getting juiced Hundo P. It's Brood into Silver Surfer. Cheeks should get clapped here. Let's send it. Cap Carter's going to juice these Broods. Also, if they play an honor reveal, Werewolf by Night jumps out. I believe we're in victory formation. Red Skull goes hard, though. But whatever we pull is getting that +2 power. I gotta respect their deck. If I lose, I'm losing with a smile on my face. They cooked. They got some awesome Andy gameplay who still has to be activated. Awesome Andy, give him a little smile there. They bring him mid. It's a demon mid into a polymorph. Into Shocker. Fair. Oh. Okay. That's a throw? Why would you do that? They threw. That's a huge win. Viv Vision getting obstructed on multiple occasions, but ultimately doing enough. This is one of those examples, right, where Viv Vision actually didn't do all that much. She got one proc off. It was one. But still, you have a 14 power Human Torch. You got Broods that are legitimately massive. Captain Carter, massive. And we still get that dub for 4. You take those all day long. All right. Quicksilver, see you getting a little bit of love there. Viv Vision getting juiced. Mid-Rise Lab. Oh, Viv Vision would be great there if she can get in, but she can't. She simply cannot. We got to play the domino somewhere where we can actually contest. All right. Black Cat coming on down. That was top decked. Oh, not great. Negative zone. Not a huge fan of that. Not a huge fan of that, but maybe they're less likely to want to play into it. Maybe giving Viv Vision an opportunity to clap some cheeks here. We already have a 2. Oh. Okay. C5, baby. Actual C5. We are living in a C5 world, man. Crazy. They are all in on C5. If I had the tech to deal with it, they're not going to play negative zone either, right? Because they just can't. So we have to compete here. I would snap here, but I'm concerned with their response. Pulling Esme is kind of cool, but I mean, let's do Esme, but then we're short. So we have 8 next turn. Esme, Brood. Esme into Iron Man, Surfer. We kind of want the Surfer getting juiced one more time. Okay. Let's see. Well, Scarlet Spider coming out late here. It's a clean clap. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but Viv Vision went hard there. I mean, literally, she hit Iron Man 3 times. Wakanda Embassy 1. So it's not really fair. Iron Man's disgusting there. Yeah. But they couldn't even compete. They couldn't play negative zone. They can't add cards there. But they should have known. Oh, well, I mean, I played that on the last turn, I guess. Yeah, this Iron Man goes crazy. And that's kind of the point, though. With the extra energy, you're able to play a 3-drop plus a 5. I've been trying different 5-drops there, but I think that Iron Man's probably a good choice, considering how deep that extra power goes for with Viv Vision. Nebula, let's go. Nebula here. Now, Nebula's cool on turn 1, of course, and the reason why I'm going with Nebula, I think I've mentioned it in the past, was I had this thought of like, well, what if they don't want to, like, what if they can't contest both locations at once? Like, Nebula's demanding that they play there, and Viv Vision's in another location. You know what I mean? How difficult is it for them to try to play in multiple spots at once? Oh, we don't care about Goose, but we do have some C2 gameplay, which means they're going to avoid Thunderbolt's tower like the plague. Viv Vision. Now, I often wrestle with the idea of whether I want Galacta or Gwenpool. I love both. I do love both. We got some good lines here. Got some good lines. I lean Galacta here. Galacta versus. It's going to guarantee some procs. 1 extra power. We really don't want Viv Vision to move either because we have Fist Tower, which means if we can, we probably have to... like, we cannot afford to lose this location. This is tricky. C2, Thunderbolts, they can't play there. They think they win here, but I can play a huge Shaw there. It has to be Chavez plus Shaw. We give this location. Shit. Just thinking. I kind of want one of these guys down. You could do this. But then maybe we don't even play Surfer at all. This. I'm going to do this. I don't love this, but I want Human Torch down because he's going to get the +1. Brood, I figured. We're not going to compete with... Oh, Lasher's actually huge. We're going to have a hard time here. C2 puts up so much friggin' power, bruh. Yeah, they're just done. Yeah, they're done. So, interestingly enough, I'm up for debate because... So, Mystique Cerebro doesn't really do much. Cerebro plus... We could have gotten away with Sebastian Shaw, beat this location, and probably win with 4 power here. We could have all... You know what? There's so many things we could have done. But at the end of the day, Viv Vision here was excellent. Look at the buffs that Silver Surfer got. It's a 7 power card that would have jumped to 9/18 with a proc from Silver Surfer. Not to mention Sebastian Shaw +2/+2, so going to 17 power. It's just... And that doesn't even include the Galacta proc either. So it's like the amount of power being generated by these carry cards is huge, and Viv Vision is activating it, right? Wow, great web. But we do have a great curve here. I would snap here, but I don't want to discourage them. This is one of those games where I kind of want to see the curve out here. We have Viv Vision, Wiccan. Great web into Mojo World. Our Brood can perhaps do something about that. Sam playing Star-Lord into Mojo World with a little bit of a whiff there. Viv Vision's okay. I kind of really... I hate Weird World. At least it's better than it used to be. Invisible Woman first Fs? Nah, that's not what I want. I'm not sure what they pulled though, Sag. They're Lokiing my deck, okay. Into Collector. Viv Vision's gonna get a proc here, nice. I don't love the fact that they have a scaler in the collector here. That's not what I want to do. We might end up weak here, but we got to do this. And then just thinking how we approach this now. End of turn, start of turn. Either way, yeah, either way we were coming over. So they have my Esme. So collector procs. Fireman doing his thing. I think you do this to posture for Brood. And I think we don't play on Captain Carter. Unless they play there. They're going to put one there. Do they have my Brood? Galactic Brood. No, Ironheart. Okay. Eight, 6, 2, 6, 8, 6. Solar Surfer doesn't beat that though. It's overkill. Plus 2 they add to the hand. I think we have to put power here. Do this. I'm imagining this is my Brood. Yeah. Wow, close game actually. Close game. Viv Vision getting some value. We couldn't sneak out Iron Man. Iron Man's a good card here. I think we made the right call. I think we wanted that extra power here. I think putting this here was appropriate. Yeah, all right, solid. Viv Vision had to move once and ended up being to the right spot ultimately. Not bad. We got some Mad Thinker gameplay. And that is a gold Kirby Crackled Mad Thinker. Oh, that's because it's Airsham. They have snapped on me. Snap on me when you're not strong, and I'll clap your cheeks. Damn, they're going in on this, eh? Do I throw Viv Vision there, or is that a risk not worth taking? But Iron Patriot gameplay makes me nervous. I don't know. This seems like a risk not worth taking. I think you play her here. They're going to go there, get the proc. Let's do it. They've snapped on me, though. Damn it, I hate Airsham so much, man. All right, we've made the correct choice. They have the extra energy on this turn here. They're all in on the Airsham gameplay, which I don't mind, honestly. Airsham, I'm okay with Airsham. Captain Carter getting a nice clap here. We probably follow with Galacta. Galacta versus Gwenpool. Galacta. Let's do this. I think our cheeks are clapped regardless. I think we're in trouble. I got excited when I saw a Kirby Crackled Mad Thinker. I was like, this guy's actually gaming. But he's not actually gaming. He's just cringing. The Airsham. But yeah, if you buy Super Premium, you get Sparky as well. So the variant will unlock the base card. I did confirm that. Okay. They're going after Viv Vision. Is it enough? Ah, they're not really going after Viv Vision. They're going to have so much energy, bro. Got some dagger gameplay.
Will they dig up this time?
Additional clappage. These chonks are getting chonky. What do you do here? Do you throw down Gwenpool? Or do you throw down Cap Carter, hope for the best? Cap Carter, single card, though. We're not going to be able to compete. Let's put down Cap Carter. Burrell plays Giganto left. That's disgusting. Frankie Ray, order? Oh, classic Nebula top deck. Brutes, man. Nebula's the card that we've been like thinking about not including anymore, and she's the one that like comes out with her big smile on her face, like, "Hey guys, I'm here." It's like, dumbass. You know, like, what are we doing here, bud? They're probably thinking we brewed here plus Surfer, and they're trying to figure out how much we've hit it, right? Yeah, they can play the skill, but it doesn't really help them because it occupies the lane. I got the order right, correct? Shaw. It hurts not to play Shaw with Galacta. I understand that. The problem is they probably have so much they can play here. Okay. Bro, they actually... It's close. But they're going to throw. They're in throw formation. Easy. Easy Airsham gameplay here. See, base power doesn't change. 10 power on Quantum Realm. Cap Carter gets the +2. Doesn't really matter. It's a good win, bro. It's a good win. Viv Vision making a difference there. Viv Vision obviously love tapping Sebastian Shaw. Surfer plus Shaw. Getting to an easy 11. And then you have like the Surfer. Chavez +3. Bunch of Viv Visions plus Galacta. Man, you love to see it. Winds of Watum -5. But it doesn't amount for 2 Viv Visions, Surfer, and Galacta. Crazy, man. There's a lot of power being applied to the board state here. You know, I almost always play my cards into the unrevealed location, and this is the first time I don't, and it's like Sanctum just going full cringe on us. It's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Viv we can technically throw Viv's location on purpose. Like if they play right, we can play Viv Vision there to lose and maybe force her to go into the middle. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? In this case, I think with Sebastian Shaw, we take it. And with Cap Carter, we probably go Esme on the right. Okay, we got some bullseye gameplay. Ooh, no, we go Wiccan. Them punting Viv Vision out of the location is super risky here. I would snap, but I think I want to see this game through. Okay. Yeah, they got a good line here. Some good lines. I respect it. I think you go Esme here. Gwenpool, not what we want. Okay, early Gambit. Okay, Viv's gonna move. No, she doesn't. Wasn't enough. Wait, it was? Oh, the humanity. Not where we want. Viv Vision with the scam gameplay. Here's the thing: we could still win. We got a huge line here. We just don't have the right card. The extra energy not going great here. Iron Man would have been good. This still goes pretty hard. It's up in the air whether or not we win this. Viv mid would have been so good. So they don't have swarms. I think we still win here. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, the humanity. We're in trouble. Oh, God, no. Oh, we lost. They had this. I didn't think they had the swarm. They did. But either way, still a good example game. Tons of buffs on Esme, 312. Like, honestly, the decks still perform well. It's just like, damn, I lost to my other cook. Had Viv Vision gone mid, we still would have lost. But maybe I could have played Sebastian Shaw here. So if Viv Vision's mid, Sebastian Shaw right, we are able to outpace the Morbius. So that definitely is a factor there. So her not moving mid did crush us, but still an interesting game nonetheless. We do got some Viv Vision gameplay coming down. She's the next contestant on. This bot's going to get clapped. I mean, there's a good chance Ray's a bot. I'll be honest. We got Vulture on the left side here. There's Viv Vision. She's pumping. And we do have the Wiccan. Oh my gosh. Wiccan on curve here. Possible new season bot gameplay, but right now we got such a curve that I can't help myself. And look at this. Oh, just what a thing of beauty, man. Start of the turn. 9 power on this turn. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I almost want to do this. Just these two here. Do I move anyone over? Do I move anyone over? That's the question. Let's not move anybody yet. Let's see what Ray does. Ray's probably going to find a way to throw is what this is. Oh, classic Electro gameplay here. Sebastian Shaw is just absolutely gargantuan. Just absolutely gargantuan. This Shaw in our first game playing Viv Vision is a 21 power card. He is a 21 power card. That is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Now, there's almost no way we lose. But what I'm going to do here is I'll keep Nocturne where she is. I'll do this. I'll just do this to win the game here, I think. Of course. Is this Heimdall? No, Doctor Strange? Okay. But anyways, literally hilarious gameplay here. 21 Sebastian Shaw thanks to Viv Vision absolutely just pumping his cheeks. The Wiccan strategy does work. Silver Surfer at the bottom of the deck here, but this is insane. Viv Vision just popping off on Sebastian Shaw to 21 power in our first game with the new card.